Welcome to CryptoCoins, where we review the best coins for you. How's it going, my friends? Welcome back to CryptoCoins. My name is Freddie Colton, and today I'm going to be discussing a project that I find very interesting. Now, it's not your usual cryptocurrency NFT project. It's actually a trading site. Oh, sorry, little cat mantha running across, didn't want her to stop the video. It's actually a trading site and actually a way that you can leverage and possibly make some money for yourself. So today we're going to be discussing Margex. Now, I want to go ahead and give the disclaimer, friendly disclaimer. Please remember, this is not financial advice. Don't invest in a project just because I talk about it. Do your own research. However, this video is going to help you do a little bit of that research into whether you feel that this is the project for you or not. I think this project's cool. I went ahead and put some money into it because I do think that it's a great way to diversify your portfolio in crypto personally. So let's jump into this project and actually learn a little bit more about it. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a little video that they made. How does leverage work? A quick explanation by Margex.
How does leverage work? In a normal deal, Bob with $10,000 buys Bitcoin for $10,000 and sells it for $11,000 after the price moves up. He gets $1,000 profit for the deal. But what happens if a person uses leverage? Bob with $10,000 borrows from Margex $990,000. In total, he can trade with $1 million. Then he buys 100 Bitcoins for $1 million and sells them for $1.1 million when the price moves up. After this, the borrowed money is returned, which is $990,000. Now he has $110,000 left, out of which $10,000 is his initial capital and $100,000 is his pure profit. Instead of the $1,000 profit he would have gotten in a normal deal, he's now increased his profit to $100,000 by simply using leverage.
That's a really great video, by the way, explaining sort of how that works in a very simple terms. So I just wanted to show that as well, give you an idea of it. Now, again, you know, remember, and Margex, by the way, they're really great about even saying that they've got some really good disclaimers as well throughout their stuff. You know, remember, that's not exactly the numbers you're going to get, you know, don't expect that exactly, but you really could do well with this kind of a platform. I personally set up a decent bit in the wallet for now. Gonna see if I can make it work for me, basically, and give this one a shot because it does. I do have some you know, I think this project looks cool. I personally wanted to invest and try it out, and looked good for me. This is their settings, which is just simple. You can actually set up your own referral code if you'd like, by the way, and you want to kind of refer people to it, which I think that's a really great idea. I appreciate a referral structure. The Margex infrastructure security and fraud prevention. Now, what I think is really great is that they are big about the security and safeguarding your funds, which I think is so overwhelmingly important in today's climate. You know, personally, my father works in the IT realm, we'll say, in just the computer industry, and he employs people to do cybersecurity for him, and you know, you really come to learn how important that sort of thing is when you hear about stories like he's dealt with where companies will, you know, have their entire company's like data breached, and you know, and so if a company like this isn't forefront about cybersecurity, it's a little bit worrisome, and this project clearly cares about that, which is awesome. They even mention consisting of several layers, including their own security protocols and controls, regularly and thoroughly audited by in-house and independent security experts. So and then also telling above, so they've developed a sophisticated security framework using the best industry practices and their own innovative developments. So a great dual layer of using, again, what others say is good, but also what they believe is. So, you know, one on top of the other, you know, why not both, right? The classic meme, por qué no dos? Our security team experts work to ensure your safe, reliable, and enjoyable trading experience. And so far, I've had a really great experience with it. So they do two-factor authentication, account security layer, email confirmations, SSL encryption, email notifications, account data encryption, processed once per day, and dedicated 24/7 chat. Then just, you know, questions here if you need anything, discussing the security layers as well and how they can help with fraud prevention and help stop manipulation in that regard. Fees and trading conditions, so it just tells you a little bit about their fees. So, of course, they need to earn something to actually, you know, provide the service, right? It doesn't make sense to provide a completely free service because that's not what a company does. So that makes sense, and their fees are actually very reasonable, in my opinion. It mentions the fees funding financing is the interest payment cost for borrowing Margex assets to leverage trades. Funding rates are directly related to the current ratio of longs to shorts, underlying market volatility. Financing costs are due every 8 hours. If a position is closed before the funding cutoff time, it will not be changed financing at all. When an order is executed on the market, it will be changed to either a maker fee or a taker fee. Maker fee is charged with adding liquidity to the order book by placing a delayed order that is not matching immediately against an order from the order book, i.e. limit orders placed below the current price for a buy order or above the current price for a sell order. This includes conditional take profit orders. Taker fee is charged when removing liquidity from the order book by placing an order that is matched immediately against an order already on the order book, i.e. market orders or conditional orders that convert to a market order when executed, such as a stop loss or stop market order. And you can see the fees right here, just giving you the different fundings, asset specifications as well. And we can see here as well, by the way, so just to show you there are different things, we've got their Telegram right there with 510. I had meant to have these open at the top. We've got that. We've got their Twitter, just so I can kind of show you what's going on there. So you can kind of get an idea of their social media as well. I thought I had that opened for them. And then we saw their YouTube, which, by the way, they've got a couple thousand subs on their YouTube. They're doing well with that. So I think that was impressive. Just about 1,500 over here on Facebook. And the most people, with about 20,000 people, 18,000 plus on Twitter, and even tells you right here it's your reliable way to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies with up to 100 times leverage. But again, the cool thing is that they're very open about like the numbers and that sort of thing too. So that's really cool about the company that I've noticed. This mentions your quick start, so you can actually go onto their Margex website, right? And where we started out was already being logged in, just to sort of show you what it's like. But you can go register your account. As I mentioned, it's really easy. It's super easy to deposit, as you saw I did. I appreciate they have the QR code. I really prefer the QR code. Some websites don't have it yet, and I don't understand why, because, the QR code is sort of the convenience of the modern era, and that's what Bitcoin is, right? So I think that's great. Trade, so discussing that, just navigating the trade page, and then they give you basically a great explanation through everything as well. Again, this is kind of one of those projects where I can give you the outline, but you'll still have to do your own research into this one. As I said, and you saw, I did put some money into it because I think that I could make something off of this. Again, it's about diversifying your portfolio. That's a big thing, right? As I always mention, don't go put all your money into this kind of thing. Save up an amount that you can, use towards any sort of any sort of investment, basically, right? And I always say, give up going out to eat once this week, put that away, and then invest that. Just save yourself $20. That's it. And, that still could work for you. And so this just tells you, Margex is a cryptocurrency derivative trading platform offering up to 100 times leverage. Launched in 2020, it is quickly establishing itself as a trustworthy operator, doing everything in its power to offer a professional trading environment that is still simple enough, even for newcomers. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't mention up top enough, but it has been around since 2020, which does give it a good air of legitimacy, in my opinion. Their referral program is one of the most generous in the industry, which it was. It says like 40%, I think. Which, along with competitively low fees, make them a stronger contender for the very top of all derivative trading platforms. And then just telling you a little bit about the actual things. So basically the pros: very low fees, generous referral program, no KYC, no restrictive account tiers, intuitive and user-friendly UI manipulation software, which is awesome. And basically you can only withdraw in Bitcoin and limited offer of trading pairs, so that's not really a bad con at all. And then just gives you the key ideas. So for leverage referral program. So basically in this one, by the way, for traders who know their way around the market, this offers a chance to potentially increase profits 100-fold. However, the case the trade goes awry can also incur a loss of up to 100 times the initial amount. So again, I appreciate they're honest about it. It really could. It has gotten people 100 times, but again, it could lose. So just always be, always be wary. So I appreciate that. Proprietary software against price manipulations, which that's something that's really cool to have. I said it so poorly. Proprietary software. So that's something that's really important to have. High levels of security as well. That's big time. Limited offer of trading pairs, and then know your customer procedures. So that's also really great. And just telling you about their history and background. It's been platform hailing from Seychelles and founding in 2020. Team's project is anonymous, but it is available to residents in most countries. Basically any country that's watching me, to be honest, is able to use it. That's what I'll say. The platform itself is unregulated, as they're incorporated in the Seychelles. There are no license regulation for Bitcoin trading required, thanks to Margex and Ford to be very privacy oriented, which means they do not require KYC. No account tiers. In other words, all traders are subject to the same conditions, making fair and level playing grounds, which is totally fair. Gives you the fee overview, which we did see. But this is Margex, my friends. I'm going to kind of wrap it up here. I know this one is quite a lot of information today, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up on this one. But I thought this was a really cool project. Personally, like I said, I put some money into it to see what I could do with it. I thought that this looked promising from reviews that I saw, but check it out for yourself. That's all I have to say. Do your own research, and if you think this is a good one, go ahead for it, because this actually is definitely at least a good way to diversify your portfolio. So as always, my friends, thank you for coming by CryptoCoins. My name is Freddie Colton. I will see you in the next episode.